Valerie Schwait. Valerie grew up in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and she graduated from Penn State University with a liberal arts degree in Union, California in 1973. After a career in the medical field for 25 years, Valerie began a new career as a retirement planner under the tutelage of her brother, Jeff. Jeff was her best friend, partner, and mentor, and together they started the company, Senior Resource Advisors, in 2002. A few things you don't know about Valerie. In her early years, she was a dancer and a competitive athlete in high school and college. She is a sports enthusiast with basketball and the Lakers being her favorite. But her heart remains with the Philadelphia Eagles and the Fearless for football and baseball. And she is usually disappointed at the end of the seasons, like the rest of Philly fans. Since 1990, she has lived in Long Beach and loves taking her dog, Bella, to the dog beach where Bella plays in the ocean, and Valerie enjoys one of her favorite activities is people watching.
And again, everybody, welcome visitors. I'm Valerie Schwait, the owner of Senior Resource Advisors, and I do long-term retirement planning for folks between the ages of 50 and 80. I want to begin by saying that I feel like one of the luckiest people in the world because I love what I do. It doesn't feel like work, it's fun, every day is challenging. In 2002, I embarked on my second career, retirement planning, and started my own company. Following are the reasons why I'm a successful retirement planner, and I believe the best at what I do. First, the way I approach the business is that I always have the client's best interest in mind. I'm all about their needs, goals, and desires, so I can maximize their financial resources to meet their long-term retirement goals. Second, I personalize their retirement years because most importantly, I care about their quality of life during those years, which could easily be 20 years or longer. I sell myself, my experience, and my expertise, as opposed to just selling products. I learned early on that prospects need to like me and trust me before they will ever do business with me. I sell my empathy for them by exploring their needs, finding out about their goals, values, and desires in their retirement years and for the rest of their lives. Examples are, what are their assets going to be used for? Income, or do they just want to pass their assets on to their children, their beneficiaries? Do they want to help their grandchildren while they're still alive? Do they want to leave their legacy to charity? And what is their risk tolerance? In my experience as a retirement planner, I have found that safety is of primary importance for folks nearing retirement or those already retired, along with substantial growth. My approach to selling is by coaching and lots of teaching. That way, I enable my clients to make the most informed decisions. I see no need to pressure the client. I let them come to their own conclusions that my recommendations and solutions are the best way for them to go for their personal situation. I am extremely passionate about what I do. I truly believe I'm helping people, and the appreciation and referrals I receive from my clients proves that. I often hear, why didn't I meet you a few years ago before I lost after my retirement? One of the vehicles I use most often in retirement planning is fixed indexed annuities because they are risk-free. Fixed index annuities with zero downside risk. Sounds too good to be true, right? But by sharing a little of your profit with the insurance company then assumes all the downside risk of the stock market. That's why my clients never lose one penny. Following are some of the key benefits of FIAs, fixed indexed annuities, FIAs. Number one, typically I can get the client a 7 to 10% bonus on day one. And on any additional premium they add up to 5 years, they continue to get that bonus. Second, there's a 10% free withdrawal every year after year one. So they're pretty liquid. Number 3, they're tax deferred. The client is making triple compound interest a year. They're not paying taxes. They're not getting 1099s at the end of the year, as long as the money's in the annuity. It's because it's tax deferred. Number 4, the client's principal and gains are locked in every year. They're credited once a year, and they can never lose those gains. They're theirs to touch. How do you realize your gains in the stock market? You have to cash out. Most people don't. So my clients get to keep those gains forever. There's no probate. There's named beneficiaries in the annuity, so it doesn't have to go into the trust. When the client passes away, their beneficiaries get the money within 2 weeks. There's nursing home privileges. If a client is in the hospital, skilled nursing facility, or nursing home for 30 out of 35 days, they can liquidate the annuity 20% a year. It's totally liquidated without penalty. If the client chooses, the annuity will provide guaranteed increasing income they can never outlive. They will receive a check until the day they die. And I actually saw that happen with my dad. Best of all, there are no fees or commissions to the clients. Finally, apart from millionaires and billionaires, I believe a portion of every retiree's assets should be positioned to grow without risk and be available to cover their basic needs throughout their retirement. I own Senior Resource Advisors, but I represent many different insurance companies. I will put a client's money with the company that has the products that most suits the client's needs. I only use A and AA+ rated companies because I need to sleep well at night. I don't want to constantly worry about my client's money being there 10 to 20 years from now for that products as well. So trends in the industry regarding retirement. Baby boomers seem to understand the role that guaranteed lifetime income can play in their retirement strategy. Number 2, 92% of Americans believe that there is a retirement crisis in the United States. Among those in their late 40s, that number rose to 97%. Americans fear outliving their money more than they fear death. I think that statement indicates how important it is to have a plan. Fourth, the economic downturn beginning in 2008 was a big wake-up call for Americans. More than half reported that their net worth dropped significantly in a very short period. Number 5, Americans view retirement planning differently after the recession that we're still in. More than half realize that a comfortable retirement is not guaranteed. Therefore, they have decided that protecting the security of their assets was much more important now. Good referrals for me are retirees who don't have a plan, or retirees who do have a plan and want a second opinion, or seniors who have lost a lot of money in the market. What will they do later in life? 2 luxuries that elude seniors are time and money. If they have huge losses in the market, they may not have the time to earn it back. And typically, they don't have the ability to earn as much money as they did when they were younger. Truthfully, if your parents or grandparents have their total retirement invested in the stock market, I would submit that your inheritance is at risk, provided you haven't been cut out of the will or trust yet. Other good referrals for me are seniors who have a chunk of money that they don't need to live on, but just want to protect, preserve, and grow it, and leave it to their kids or grandkids. Since FIAs are tax deferred, as I said, clients don't receive 1099s at the end of the year like a CD or money market. We never want to pay taxes on money until we're actually spending it. Another good referral for me is someone who has left a 401k at the past job. When it's left at the old company, they lose control of the money. Companies can go out of business, go bankrupt, third-party administrators takes over the 401k plans. The ex-employee has no control as to what investments are offered to them. I would roll their 401k into an IRA, and they're in control of their money again. And finally, working folks who want to start saving for retirement and build a pension-like vehicle for themselves. In my industry, we call this an income rider. I know JP's very familiar with that. For example, a client starts an account that will grow at a guaranteed 4 to 8% compound interest every year, as long as the funds are in deferral, meaning the client is not using the funds. At any point in time, 30 days, 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, they can start a lifetime stream of guaranteed increasing money that they can never outlive. An annuity happens to be the only investment vehicle in existence in the world that will provide an income that will pay you until the day you die. Pretty amazing. To establish credibility, I'm a member of the National Ethics Association. I've been a member of the Better Business Bureau with an A+ rating for 10 years. I'm a board member of an industry journal called Senior Market Advisor, and of course my website. I've been fortunate enough to have clients confirm how I've helped them with their retirement by writing testimonials, which appear on my website. One of those clients is here today, and would like you to hear her testimonial. So Mila, could you just stand right there?
Yeah, and thank you, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I first met Valerie about 4 or 5 years ago in the most uncomfortable and painful situation in her life. It's emergency, I need a nurse. I'm a registered nurse, and I took care of her for a while. Time passed that we became more acquainted, and since she introduced her business to me and to my family, long story short, I was 100% convinced and confident that Valerie had placed my money in the safe and most profitable account. And indeed, she did, and never lost a penny. Valerie was true to her words, her transparency for doing business, and her impeccable work ethics make you feel very secure that your hard-earned money is growing in abundance, and that's all we need. My daughter, my husband, my family, my church member, my colleagues, even my employees, I refer to her. And they're very happy. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't really sat down with Valerie to talk about your future financial situation, there is no better time than now. I saved my money, but giving it to her to put it where she needs to put it is better than me putting it to my bank. Again, as she said about her business, she needs referrals from people that have 401k, lost their money, and put it somewhere and they don't know what to do with it. Again, this is the time. She's dependable, she's trustworthy. I'd give her another $20,000 today. Okay? So if you have that, give it to her and it will grow. I promise you, because it did mine. So I am honored to be acquainted with Valerie as her client and of course as a friend now. And thank you again for having me today. I'm Mila Fontanella. Have a beautiful afternoon.
I want to thank you for your attention today, and I look forward to your referrals. Thank you.